And this is a Hallmark, and it doesn't have to be a Hallmark greeting card. I just like using Hallmark because it works so well. And basically what I do is I just go to Hallmark's website, send myself an email that looks like it came from Hallmark. And again, there's so many of these scams. It doesn't have to be Hallmark. Insert any company name. Lately I've been using evites a lot, sending phony evites to hack people. Those work really well too. But for this one, I'll use Hallmark. The Hallmark card comes in, I go, oh look, I got a Hallmark card. Yay, someone loves me. Well, I do the same thing. I take this Hallmark card and I start sending it out to all the people I plan on ripping off. And the only thing is I like to send it from their secret admirer. I found that everybody on the planet wants a secret admirer. It doesn't matter like if you're old or young or married or single, you still want a secret admirer. So if you send it to them for the secret admirer, they go, holy crap, I've got a secret admirer. And they're very pumped. And they click on it to find out who the secret admirer is. And when they click on the email, it takes them to a website. Now in this case, it comes up with a website that just says, hey, your video player is out of date. And the person goes, oh man, out of date, this sucks. So they click on it and they go, oh, I just got to install this viewer. Okay, so they click on that. They hit next, because nobody reads anything. And sure enough, the mooing cow comes up. And I try to put like some sweet message like, I think you're cute, or I think you're sweet, or I clearly have no game. But it's basically, I try to make them feel very good about themselves. And therefore, it's like a karma thing. Like I'm ripping them off, but they feel good about it. So I can feel good and I won't like die in a car crash or something. So on the other hand, what I get is I get one of these emails, or sometimes I get a text message and it says, hey, we got one. And basically what that's telling me is every time I compromise a computer, I get a message telling me that I have a compromised computer, tells me a device number. And that's just basically, I have a stack of servers sitting on the internet somewhere. There's actually VMs. I'm just waiting for connections. When the connection comes in, I can go over to that box. And right now I have a Windows command prompt. And whatever I type, I'm actually typing on their computer. And they have no idea. As far as they're concerned, they've closed their web browser, they've gone on, they're high-fiving their friends, they got secret admirer. On my side, I now have control of their computer and can do whatever I want to do. So when you think about what's at risk, well, it's complete compromise of that computer for sure. I can now monitor all of their email. I can monitor all of the websites they go to. I can put a keyboard capture, so everything they type from then on, I'm going to monitor all of that. I can use it now to attack other computers. I can use it to attack their friends, because now that I have access to their email, I can start sending emails on behalf of them to all of their friends. So basically, it's the beginning of the end, and it's a really simple type of exploit. Now, sometimes people will come back and they'll go, hey, I would have never clicked the install portion. When it wanted me to do the update, I would have stopped right there and I wouldn't have installed it. And that's really good. The problem is there's still a lot of vulnerabilities in web browsers themselves. So sometimes just clicking the link in the email, you get the email, you just click the link and did nothing but clicked on the link, that's enough to actually get malware installed. And a perfect example of that, and I pick on them a lot, is Adobe Flash. Adobe Flash is one of these products that is just horrific. They literally have a new vulnerability every single month. And you'd think I was exaggerating, so I put the list up here that it's every single month. So if you have Adobe Flash, which fortunately, they're finally announcing its end of life. It's going to go away, but the vast majority of you probably still have it on your PC because it was just put on your PC when you bought it, and it's just on there forever. You don't need Adobe Flash anymore. You shouldn't have it. There's a few products still out there left that want you on your browser site to use Adobe Flash, but it's just horrific. It's been replaced, it's not necessary, and it's extremely vulnerable. If you have Adobe Flash, which you can go to your computer, you can literally go to Adobe's site and they'll tell you whether you have it on there or not. If you don't, they want you to think, oh, you can install it. Say, no, I don't want to install it. You don't want to have Adobe Flash. It's really, really, really troublesome. Causes lots of problems, and this is just one of their notes saying, yeah, our stuff's terrible. So, oh, also, if your computer's hacked, that was when I hacked my brother-in-law's computer. You can also take over their webcam. So now I can start watching you at home, which gets really creepy. So be aware, if you don't use your webcam, I highly recommend you take a little teeny piece of tape, like black tape or whatever, just put it over your lens and never worry about it again. Because if you don't, and someone happens to get in your computer, that's just kind of the fun thing to do now. Hey, let's turn on their webcam and see what they're doing. Same with there's a microphone, like if you have a laptop, all of them have a built-in mic now. So you can also have someone listening into everything you're doing if they've got it in your computer. All right, so what can you do? The most important thing is never trust an email. And I know that sounds like such a stupid thing to say, but I truly believe that. When you receive an unsolicited email, don't click any links, don't open any attachments. And I don't care, even if it came from your best friend, a loved one, your kid, your coworker, if it's unsolicited, you didn't ask for it, and they send you something that just has a link or an attachment that they want you to open, pick up the phone and call them and just say, what is this? Or text them and say, hey, I got your email, what is it? don't just click those links or open the attachments because it's such a simple way for criminals to get in. And with the attachments themselves, there is no such thing as a safe attachment. If somebody sends you an image, you go, oh, it's just a picture. There's been numerous exploits that have been sent through pictures alone. So just opening an image can exploit your computer. And you won't see it. Your computer will open up, it'll show you the little image, you'll be like, oh, that's a fun image. It's all dangerous. So I know it sounds like I'm overreacting or paranoid, but this is how the vast majority of criminals are attacking PCs right now, is through email and its links and attachments. If you never click the link and you never open the attachment, unless it's somebody that you've confirmed was sending it to you and you know what it is, your computer is going to be so much safer. 95% of all breaches, email related. 95%, which means if you had a safe email that you didn't have to worry about this ever, you would reduce your risk by 95%. And that's a pretty big deal. Obviously, keeping up with patches and awareness, what we're doing right now, is also very, very important. So I'm out of time. So in the end, you can't prevent every security risk like that. I've barely touched anything today. I mean, and an hour flew by. I mean, there's a ton of risk out there. There just is. But you can kind of just hedge your bets. Don't make the simple mistakes. Don't click the links. Don't open the attachments. If you're putting new things into your home, being aware of what you're putting in your home and keeping up with the patches on those devices. These little types of things make all the difference in the world. I mean, they really, really do. It's not like you have to be super computer tech savvy to avoid falling victim. You just can't click the obvious things. You just got to watch out for the basic stuff because criminals are going for the obvious stuff. They're not trying, again, it's not NSA trying to trick you. It's just some guy sitting in some country somewhere who's got nothing better to do. So he's just sending out emails and he's just going for the low-hanging fruit. Who will click it first? Who will do this first? And if you do, you're a victim. And if you don't, you're not a victim. And it's really that simple. And when in doubt, stop. If you get an email and you're not sure at all, listen to the voice in your head. Don't do anything more. Pick up the phone, call somebody, verify what it is, even if it comes from the IRS or even if it comes from your doctor or all these things. That's the common stuff now. They try to send it from things that look like someone you would trust. Even if it comes from someone whose name you know, if it comes like from one of your best friends and it has their name, it means nothing now. Their computer could have been compromised that morning and now someone's sending stuff to every single contact in their list. So just because you know them doesn't make it safe. Again, take the extra couple of seconds and just call them or text them and just say, I got this thing, what is it? And if they text back and say, I have no idea what you're talking about, delete, and your problem solved and you don't have to worry. All right, this is a good site. It's a site that we run, so of course it's good. It's just daily news. It's Cybersecurity Daily News. So if you go there, the articles are very short, and it's here's what the risk is, here's how it impacts you, and here's exactly what you can do so you don't fall victim. It's just sosdailynews.com.